All right. Good morning and welcome. This is Unveiling Meditation. We are kicking this week off with heart-centered focus. The astrology has some pretty incredible aspects coming up. We're in the midst of a lull. So as we are experiencing this lull, it's right before we're getting ready for the big head into Mercury retrograde on September 9th. We've got a couple weeks. We are witnessing Mars moving into Gemini. So that's going to create a lot of opportunity for new connectivity, new people, new, you name it, whatever you're trying to build and expand or experience in your life, all of it's going to be opening up. So we're just kind of at the peak of like this new shift into this phase. And we've had and been in a Venus that's trining Jupiter. So really, really soft and beautiful growth. So with that, it's all about centering, especially as we head into the retrogrades. Uranus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, they are all, actually Uranus kicks off on the 24th, so on Thursday. So we'll be talking about that a little bit more later in the week. But for the most part, this week's focus is heart centering. Again, just coming back to our center, really getting anchored in the energy we've created over the past summer and allowing us to step out powerfully to take advantage of some of these big energies and shifts that are going to be coming down the pike in the last part of the season for this year. So with that being said, taking your nice deep breath in, inhaling, exhaling, allowing all of that oxygen out. Another nice deep breath in. And exhale, settling into the room, settling into the moment, feeling your body shifting. Again, breathing in, inhale and exhale, allowing yourself to just begin to glide. It's been a busy week. Monday always kicking off with so much activity and so much to do. Again, breathing in. Today, we really let that wheel start to get rolling as we call in our heart-centered space. The objective always being, how can we be as much out there in the go as we are in our internal space? Because feeding the feminine, so often we forget to feed the feminine, but feeding the feminine really happens and occurs all the time, not just when we get called into our quiet moments of vacay, rest, savasana, or the ups and downs. We want to be able to engage the feminine energy, nourish it just as much out in the active as we are when it's easy to do because we don't want to do anything else. So that's what today is about, because we've stepped into the light. We're in much bigger field of action and activity. And so these meditations this week are really focused on just dropping in quick, getting the dose and getting back out and into the world. So with that being said, go ahead and activate your light link, bringing middle finger to thumb, continuing to cycle your breath in and out, tuning into the room and the moment as you imagine the sun blinding out your inner vision. Just imagine stepping out into the sunlight and your vision is totally blinded out in a brilliant light, and feel that for a moment. Allow your imagination to activate that, seeing nothing but white golden light as we connect to our soul purpose chakra. Our star seed is what we call it, as well as the unity consciousness, calling in our angels and our guides, and just feeling the mind begin to flood out with all of their wisdom. It's like a reboot, as our phones, when they charge overnight, get upgrades and reboots in the system. So too do we. And as we open our mind to this field, it's like opening it to the upgrades and the reboots that we've experienced. So again, taking that breath in, feeling that upgrade, that reboot, all of the information, wisdom dropping into the consciousness of our mind as we shift into the second part of our light link, taking a nice deep breath in and dropping that wisdom and information down into the earth by imagining the sun shining down from the top of your head down to your feet, maybe even seeing the shadow as you imagine the sun up above you, seeing a shadow on the ground. And if you have trouble noticing the sun all the way down, it's okay. Just trust that it's going to work its way down and through your energy body. Sometimes it takes a moment for that integration to occur as you continue to breathe and dropping your focus 2 feet beneath you into the earth, about 2 feet into the earth. And as you do, imagining a big, beautiful container, like a chalice or a big, massive pot that you would see in a garden, in a beautifully manicured garden with fountains and everything around. And that pot being that big, big container, being the space that holds your Earth Star chakra. And just take a moment to breathe into this here. It's porous. The roots connect down into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, but it also is what holds your field. It's what holds this wisdom and energy. It's the focal point through which the plethora, billions of bacteria in the earth resonate in harmony and frequency with your energy field. And so as we feel this center, feel it like the roots, big solid roots anchoring you down and into the earth. And then imagining the porous nature of it as you imagine your energy sinking all the way down and into the center of the earth. So let's go ahead and take a couple of breaths here. Feeling that golden light pouring into the top of the mind. On the next breath, into your heart. Perfect. On the next breath, into the belly. And then as though that golden light is filling that chalice beneath the earth, all the way into the earth. And now sending our focus down to the center of the earth. Finding it, imagining that luminescent light as we just envision your Earth Star chakra going from 2 feet, dropping all the way in to the center of the earth, and right there, feeling the Divine Mother, feeling her heartbeat, feeling her rhythm as you come into your heart, synchronizing with that of your divine nature for that soul star seed chakra above, until it is planted deep within the heart of the earth. There's a lot of trouble manifesting what it's supposed to do. So in this moment, as you're breathing into the earth, imagining the golden light, taking the pollen of that seed, your soul star chakra, and seeding it into the center of the earth, feeling her heartbeat opening, each pulse of light taking you in deeper. As you breathe in and out, now coming back up to your heart space, feeling this golden light enveloping the entire field as that luminescent energy connects into your body all the way around until you are completely encompassed in a beautiful bubble of golden and luminescent light. And it's from here that we begin our heart-centered journey, calling on the Ascended Masters, Mother Isis, giving yourself a moment to shift your frequency into the Divine Feminine completely, to the mothering nature. And again, imagining that massive, massive chalice, that flower bed, if you will, that garden that we planted or opened in the earth chakra and just shifted into the heart chakra of the earth, the center of the earth. And now we meet the Divine Mother, Isis, and her capacity for miracles and wisdom and patience and fortitude. When we're working with Isis, there is not anything that can alter her from her course or her trajectory. Her desires guide her. Her heart-centered love guides her through the toughest of the tough. There is not anything she wouldn't be willing to bleed for, to go after, to endure, for she knows and is always held within this field of light and love. And pursue it, she will. Having gone to the far expanses of the earth to bring her dream and her vision of her long-lost beloved Osiris, Isis brought all of those fragments, all of those pieces of that dream back together, incarnating Osiris, taking the seeds of those desires as we imagine them like blowing a dandelion and seeing the seeds scattered in the wind. So too do I invite you to imagine blowing your seeds from your soul star chakra, that pollen, into the wind, into the earth, in this beautiful chalice, this garden that the Divine Mother has opened for us. And as you connect with Isis, sitting with how did she do it? How does she do it? There had to be so much heartache and pain, but maybe Isis's hope and faith in her ability to birth the sun god Horus, and that it was meant to be done with her partner Osiris, is so overpowering, so overwhelming, that there was no doubt and there was no fear. And the blood she gave, she knew would be given back freely. So as you breathe in and out, imagining scattering these seeds onto the wind and then dropping into that chalice, and knowing, just as Osiris had been scattered to the wind, that it was her love that it brought him back into fruition. And so while the story is told from the perspective of she went out to the far stretches of the world, maybe Isis simply became the world, became the one who received his body scattered to the wind, just as our pollen scatters to the wind. And so seeing that no matter where your pollen seeds have landed, if you are the heartbeat of the center of the earth, that it's all captured right here. There is no separateness, there is no disconnection. Feeling your energy field opening to be that garden, that chalice, not just in your earth chakra, but at the center, at the heartbeat of the earth. Imagining those seeds landing, those pollen seeds landing. When I lived, and for anyone who spent time in the mountains among the pine trees, specifically in Colorado in a really dry year, the pollens would blanket your car just like snow. So imagining this pollen, you and your heart and your intention and your desire both having scattered it to the wind, and you as the Divine Mother, as Isis, being able to capture all of the magic and provide and offer up the soils that are fertile enough to allow for this beautiful, beautiful inception of your hopes and your dreams. Now imagining the wings of Isis slowly coming into your back, feeling her before you, her mighty blue wings, as she makes her entrance and her presence known in your conscious mind, feeling your heart opening as she begins to place a hand on your heart, activating those seeds. A hand on your back where your wings are, a hand on your front where your heart is, just under the sternum. As you breathe in and out, feeling her love and her blessings, nourishing you, feeding you with this sensation and feeling of absolute miracles and abundance. Allowing in this moment for that chalice, that container, to be completely connected to you so there are no cracks or crags for things to slip through. All here, all now, in this moment. For it is in this moment, as we slow down, that capturing and filling in all of the leaks in our heart from the times we've been betrayed or stabbed in the back is what empowers us to be more, to do more, to love more, in less time, in less effort, to be in heart-centered leadership. So as you breathe in and out, settling into the room, to the moment, feeling your own wings begin to open and expand, lifting you up. Feeling the wings and the momentum and the energy of love carrying you into the next dimension, into the next moment of peace in your life, of fulfillment in your life. And as you gaze up to your soul star chakra again, having been elevated even higher by Isis and your wings, seeing the light and the love shining down, all of the colors of your crown, the reds, the golds, the greens, the violets, the indigos, the blues, your light and your love. And allowing this soul star chakra, this crown of light, to drop down over the top of your head, and feeling the activation of completeness as you call upon your desires and your dreams. In this moment, letting them be already fulfilled. Feeling the people surrounding you, feeling the love flooding in, feeling the expanse and the volume of connectivity that comes from loving and pouring your love out into the world, and then allowing for all of that love to come pouring back at you, filling your heart, overflowing your heart. For you have seeded the karma of love. And as you claim it in your heart, so too will it claim you. So too will your dreams and your desires claim you. Taking a breath in here as we give thanks to all those yet to come, to all those who have been, and most importantly, to our dear Mother Isis and her wings of miracles and compassion and light and love. Taking a moment to hear and feel her whisper in your heart. Her gratitude for nourishing and bringing your love into this field. And so it is, so it will be. Namaste. Giving thanks to Mother Isis, giving thanks to each of you for your hearts being open, for joining me today. I will see you all tomorrow.